on mail-in ballots. I think they're going to continue to be a factor, and I don't want Republicans complaining about it anymore. We've got to get as good at it as they are. It's not that hard. You know what they do. They send out the ballot. Then they send a piece of mail saying, hey, you got your ballot. Here's how you return it. Then they call 4 or 5 times and say, hey, did you fill out your ballot yet? Fill out your ballot yet? Then they text you. Then they email you. It's not turnout anymore. It's drag out. They drag those votes out of those houses. There's no reason we can't do that. There is no reason. We have availability of the same technology and all the rest. The only thing that makes it a little bit harder is the door-to-door portion of it. Because door-to-door in Mendham is a little harder than door-to-door in Jersey City. I've done both, and Mendham is much harder, right? So that part of it, we're always going to be at a disadvantage because our voters tend to be in more suburban and rural areas. But I was at an event a week before the election this year for now Senator John Bramnick, a fundraising event for John, and a woman raised her hand and asked a question about Bill Spadia on 101.5, and what are we going to do to combat him? And I looked at her and I said, let me tell you, don't spend any time worrying about Bill Spadia on 101.5. He's not going to determine any election. And I said to her, but if Jack Ciattarelli loses next Tuesday, it's going to be because we don't know how to do mail-in balloting, and they do. And it turned out 6 days later that I was exactly right. On the machines, Jack Ciattarelli was elected governor. When you count the mail-in votes, he loses by 75,000 votes. Do I think the election was stolen from Jack? I don't, and neither does Jack, because I've spoken to him about it, and he doesn't. But the bigger point on your point is we've got a bunch of things we have to do, and I talk about it in the book, for us to continue to be a competitive, viable party. And moaning and complaining and looking in the rearview mirror at past elections never helps you win the next one, ever. Voters don't want to hear about that stuff. That's not why they vote for you.